Hello, fellow gamers. I'm back once again. This time I'm playing Punchy on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Specifically, I'm playing on a ZX Spectrum Plus 2, and I am playing with an official shitty as hell. See the wiggling? Shitty as hell Sinclair joystick. Both the joystick and the system were manufactured after Amstrad bought the rights to the Sinclair brand. And right now it's doing the background demo. I'm not actually playing right now. And what that voice sample is, I have no fucking clue what that is supposed to be saying. Listen to it again. It sounds like it's saying, "What's your name? What's your name?" I don't know. If someone knows what that's actually saying, post something in the comments or in the chat. But it's basically going to do that over and over until I hit a button. So I'm going to hit a button. Come on. Okay, so this will be the title screen here. It shows high score list, and you can pick a level in the lower left. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it defaults to 2 if that's difficulty. Then I've previously played it on 2, and it's kind of bullshit, so I set it down to 1. And like I said, I'm going to be playing with a joystick here. I think it said that's the way to do it. And that's green sleeves, I believe. Anyway, I'm the little dude up there about halfway through the screen, and he jumps incredibly fucking slowly. Look at this. I push the button. Yeah, so you get the... Jesus, you are dead. Brutal game. Doesn't sugarcoat it at all. I think what just happened was you saw that face that appeared at the top and it laughed at me when I died. I'm not sure if that face is the Punchy in the title or if you're actually playing as Punchy. But in the loading screen for this game... Shut up. Shut up. In the loading screen for this game, it features a classical kind of circus jester, court jester, whatever you want to call it, a jester character on that, and it also features that on the case for the game. So obviously the jester is important, but still, I don't know if you're playing as the jester or if the jester is Punchy. And I hit that fucking radioactive zucchini. Come on. Jump. I'm actually using my fingers on the joystick right here. You can see that. To give me some kind of tactile feedback, because otherwise, like I showed, this joystick is wiggly all over the fucking place. So that at least tells me where the joystick is kind of going. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I ran out of time. Jesus! Bell fell off the side of the screen, and now it's all apeshit. Man. It says, you have been demoted, I guess that's supposed to be. Anyway. Screw this. Putting in my name. Let's just go. So I think my number of lives is almost bottom center. It's like the line above the bottom. Whatever those helmet things are. I think I'm actually playing as the jester because you can see he's got kind of the dangly bit off the back of his hat there. Fucker, fucker. Weird thing is, as wiggly and poorly tactile responsive that the joystick is, it does still work. Like if I push it in the direction that I want to go, it does still work. It's just that it doesn't recenter itself. And I know why that is, because underneath each of the 4 directions on the joystick, those are transferred inside the joystick to a circuit board. There's plastic bits on the joystick handle itself that push down onto these little metal dome things, and those push down into the circuit board and actually make contact. And what has happened is... Okay, I think I landed on that. But over the years of this joystick being used, those little metal dome things have gone almost completely flat. So they don't pop the joystick back into position, therefore the joystick does not self-center anymore. What the hell? I landed on it, but do I have to keep walking after I land on it? Because I did see for a split second I landed, and then the thing under me moved, and I didn't. So, maybe I have to keep going. Okay. You have to jump 10 miles early to get over these flying cherries. It makes the weirdest sounds, like transitioning the screen like that. It makes a sound that sounds bad, but I mean, you made it to the goal, so that should be good. And it does the same sound when I get the radioactive zucchini. Oh shit, I jumped way too early right there. That was stupid. The weird thing is you do not fall all the way down to the alligators to die. You just kind of preemptively die in midair. I mean, maybe he bit the cyanide pill in his mouth or something. I don't know. Fudge fucker. But yeah, if he does have a cyanide pill in his mouth, I'd bite the cyanide pill before I hit the alligators too. I believe that's called the L pill. And I don't know if it's mythical or not. What the fuck? I bounced again when I landed on the damn thing. Son of a tit monster. Just go. Fortunately, nobody but the... Well, it says I have one viewer on the live stream right now. But that could be the phantom viewer. Maybe it's broken again. So I was going to say, if it is the phantom viewer, then fortunately nobody is watching me suck so bad at this. It took me a while to get around to actually playing anything on this computer, because I've had this computer for at least 2 months, and I haven't played anything on my channel anyway. I've played stuff personally. That's because whenever I first got it, I didn't have a video cable for it. Oh, there we go. You just have to land really, really well on the thing. So first I didn't have a video cable for it, so I was using the RF output on the computer plugged into a VCR, but because my VCR is NTSC and the computer output's PAL, I could still sort of play that way, but the video quality was terrible because it was RF, it was all crackly and snowy. And also, there were horrible vertical syncing issues because, of course, PAL operates at 50 Hertz vertical sync, and NTSC operates at 60. So the only times that I could really see something, sort of, is whenever the VCR would just happen to line up its sync with the computer. And so that was terrible. So, okay, you're not supposed to touch that, I guess. But, so then I almost instantly ordered a composite video cable. Oh, those are those deadly cherry things from before. So yeah, I don't want to touch those. So I ordered a composite video cable, and they had to make that for me, which took a few days. And that's death. That took a few days for them to make it, and then it took like 2 weeks for it to get here because it was shipping from the UK. And then that got here, and the video quality was significantly better than RF, but it was still a little bit noisy. And I might have been able to live with that, except any time that the computer would play sound, the video would get really, really noisy. And I looked online and found out that apparently there's a manufacturing defect for these computers where inside the computer there's like a resistor that's reversed or something, and that causes the audio to be mixed with the composite video, which is exactly what I was seeing. Every time it would play a sound, the video would get noisier. When the sound would stop, the video would get clearer. So I didn't want to do that on my channel. That's shit. So I then ordered an RGB video cable because I read that even with that manufacturing defect, RGB video output is perfect, and so that's what I'm playing with now. And it's not perfect, but it's really, really fucking good. And that RGB cable just got here, I think last week, maybe the week before, and I've been just distracted with lots of other things since then. But now I can play Spectrum games on my channel. Whoa! Okay, there's a thing chasing me. What the fuck? Am I supposed to jump down in the hole? Oh, son of a tit. Now I gotta start over. Now I gotta land on that friggin' horizontal platform again. My name is... Ah! Makes me wonder how they digitized the voices for this. What equipment they used. Because you can hear that the sound output from the Spectrum is very, very simple. In fact, it sounds a lot like the PC speaker on a PC. Is just simple tones, and as far as software is concerned, I know on the PC speaker that what you get out of it is, all you can do through software to control it is basically you just tell it what frequency you want it to play and how long you want it to play that frequency. And unless you write software that runs very, very fast, okay, you cannot fall in the hole. So that tells me I can't fall in the holes up there either, probably. But unless you write software that runs incredibly fast, then through the PC speaker and on a PC that's incredibly fast, you pretty much get sound, for the most part, that sounds like this. And so that means that if the Spectrum audio is controllable similarly to the PC speaker, that means that in order to do this digitized audio, they're having to issue those instructions for frequency and duration, a ton of them, incredibly fast. And so for someone to actually sit down and program those that series of frequencies and durations would be extraordinarily time consuming, and I doubt that it would come out sounding even remotely intelligible, which suggests to me that they had some way of digitizing a voice. So I'm just curious how they did that. Maybe there was specialized Spectrum voice digitizing hardware that I didn't know about. I know there's things for, there's like an attachment that you can get that'll let you play music through a specialized sound chip, and there's even MIDI attachments you can get too. So you can, it gives you MIDI connections on the attachment, so you can then connect that to like a MIDI keyboard or something, and then play music through the keyboard. Of course, I'm not using any of those attachments right now. I am playing on a Spectrum Plus 2, which is the successor to the Spectrum 128, and the 128 does have a music chip in it, but this is a regular Spectrum game, and so the Spectrum did not have that music chip in it because it was the model before the 128. It was the 48K Spectrum. I'm not going to make that. And so that's why this game is not using that music chip, and why the music is so limited. It's very much like the arcade jingles, where the only music in the arcade game would play at the beginning of like a level or something. The entire game would freeze, it would play the music would stop, and then the game would start. That's exactly what it's doing here. I wonder what was the first game that had music that played during the gameplay, because that must have been an innovation at the time. Made it past the magic carpet without much difficulty. Do you see how it scrolls right there? It doesn't actually scroll, really. It scrolls the stage that I'm already on, it scrolls it again, and then it fills the entire screen with the next stage. See, watch this. It scrolls the one that I'm on. That one was similar enough so that it wasn't obvious. Okay, come on, I hit that. Collision detection for picking up items is terrible. Come on, fuckers. It uses most of the processing power available here to move those clouds at the top, and then the clouds that are on the far right don't move. That's the cloud generator, I guess. Yay, I didn't get a paddle up my ass. It's a personal achievement. Any day you don't get a paddle up your ass is a good day. That's what I always say. I ran out of time. Penis tits. I want to give this one more shot. At least one more shot. And actually, you know, try and concentrate on the game instead of blabbing so much. And maybe I'll actually do better that way. Come on. Actually, it's more like... Oh, that was close. Sweet. I think I'm getting better at landing on that thing. See there, right there. You saw the crocodile scroll in, and then the stage instantly changed to this one. See, this stage right here controls really well because there's nothing happening. And it goes really fast. Whereas this one's slightly slower, because now it's got the paddle guys and the radioactive zucchini. Maybe that's supposed to be a circus peanut. Because this does have kind of a circus theme going on. See, and then this one goes really slow. And I also have the lag from the SCART to HDMI converter to contend with, which isn't that bad. Oh wow, sweet. Okay, what now? I did notice that those bells in the upper left were collecting. Oh shit, this is where I made it to before. Shit! Fucker, fucker. What I was trying to do is just jump over that thing and let it pass underneath me. I guess I should just wait at the beginning instead of try and jump over that gap first. Because then I don't have enough time to start the jump 10 years in advance. Of course, that's pretty tight, though. It's triggered by when I go. Am I just supposed to run as fast as I can? Maybe one more try. I would like to at least figure out how to do that last stage. And how to avoid that flying Medusa head or whatever that thing is. Maybe that's where they got the idea for the Castlevania games. Those friggin' flying Medusa heads. So with each stage that I clear on time, I get a bell in the upper left. it did it again. Where I slipped off of it. But whenever I land on it, like, almost perfectly, and it actually takes me across, all those times that it's taken me across, I haven't had to move, I just wait. So it's like a glitch or something. Okay, that time I think was my fault. My own zucchini. Now see, I noticed that when I picked that up, it appeared at the top center of the screen. But I don't know what it does. What the hell? Oh, I got like 2 more zucchinis right in a row, because that was the spawn point. There we are. You know, scrolling on this particular hardware must have been ridiculously difficult to implement. Because like I said, this system it's very difficult to do graphics on this system because effectively what you get is a grid of sprites, and each one can have 2 colors. And so when it looks like it's scrolling right there, it's just moving the entire grid to the left, but you can see the grass down at the bottom glitching while it does it. Oh, god damn it! And that's game over. Son of a tit penis. Yeah, I think I'm done because holding this joystick is starting to hurt my fingers. So, I'm going to actually put in my name here, or something like it. My name's Butt. And, yeah, that's Punchy for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. So, thanks for watching this thing, and thanks for watching me suck progressively less, but still eventually suck. And hopefully I'll play some more Spectrum games. I've got some more tapes available that I'm going to do. And I'm looking at getting a Spectrum Plus 3, so I'll be able to play disc-based games. So they won't take 10 minutes to fucking load, so that'd be nice, huh? So, no, none of that. We're done. Goodbye.